Congratulations on purchasing Infigo. You've taken that important first step in your web to print journey, but where do you go next? Well, don't worry, we've got you covered with our Lightning build guide. Infigo is a software that scales with you. If you need a super simple storefront, no problem. As you'll see in this tutorial, you can get a basic storefront up and running as quick as a flash. Remember that this guide has been constructed to give you a surface level overview of storefront builds. You'll see concepts and names which may seem a little unfamiliar, along with many settings that we'll not really touch at all in this tutorial. Don't worry, we'll get to all of those in later tutorials, plus our Infigo Academy is full of information on all things Infigo. Want to jump straight to something a little more substantial? No problem at all. Check your Infigo Academy portal account for more advanced learning pathways. These will go through our software in much greater detail, but of course that means a bigger time commitment as well. So without further ado, let's get started with our Lightning build. Start by logging into your platform account. You should have received an email from one of our team with your login details included. That includes your platform login details, which will take you to the entire platform level, which governs all of your individual storefronts. And then you've got a sample storefront, which has already been set up, which you can access as well. So go to your platform, URLs listed here, and log in with the platform credentials. Once you've logged in, let's begin by creating a new storefront, which sits on your Infigo platform. Each platform can have numerous storefronts, limited by the amount of storefronts that you've purchased from Infigo. So we're going to click on the storefront management section. So that's within configuration and then storefront management. Click on the plus icon to see all of your existing storefronts. Now in my case, I've got much more than you will have in your list. You'll likely just have the platform level and then one sample storefront that we've set up for you. To create a new storefront, click on Add New Storefront on the right hand side. This will bring up a separate form where you can enter your storefront details. So you want to enter a name, description, and an alias for your new storefront. Now the alias defines the URL used to access the storefront. So in my case, for example, the platform URL is training.infigosoftware.com. However, the addition of an alias will allow me to access this storefront on the platform. So the storefront will be accessed using training.infigosoftware.com / whatever is in the alias. So Lightning 2 in my case. Here you can also define the storefront type, so a selection of whether you want to utilize this for B2B or B2C purposes. You can define default storefront appearance colors, and you can update your fonts and upload a logo. Once you've input all that information, click on OK. Now the storefront does take a couple of minutes to initialize. You can keep hitting the refresh icon down here periodically until the status reads from initialization pending to test. Once your storefront is ready to fully deploy, you can later change this status from test to live and clear out data such as customers that you might not need and might have set up for testing purposes. And you can do the same with orders as well. So you can clear out orders that were created during your testing phase. Once that moves to test mode, we're now going to navigate to our newly created storefront. Go to the top right of your screen and click on Switch Storefront. And then click on Select on the storefront that you've just made. The next step is going to be creating a new storefront administrator. So we start off by navigating to our customers section and then customer management. We're going to create a storefront administrator account, which we will use going forward to implement changes to this particular storefront. You see at the moment we have no customers created at all. I'm just going to go to Add New on the top right of the page, and then I'm just going to input an email address and a password. These are the only mandatory fields on the customer info page. However, you can add additional details about that customer if you wish to do so. Click on the Customer Roles tab. So customer roles allow us to give enhanced access and capabilities to certain customers or users that we create. We'll give this user the storefront administrator permissions. This gives them full access to the admin side of Infigo for this particular storefront. Once you've done this, click on Save and Continue Edit at the top of the screen. So just to clarify what these two buttons do, Save returns you to the previous page. So here, that would be the customer management page. Save and Continue Edit keeps you on the current page to make further changes. Let's now log out and log back in as our new storefront administrator account. You will first need to navigate to the storefront URL using the platform URL and the storefront alias. So in this case, if I just log out of my platform and then navigate to the relevant URL. So in my case, training.infigosoftware.com / the alias, which is Lightning 2. Enter the storefront administrator details on the login page and then click Login. When logging in as a storefront administrator, you'll be taken directly to the front-end website. Click on the admin button on the top right of the screen to enter the administrator area. Next, let's take a look at creating and configuring some products on our new storefront. To begin, click on the catalog section. So we're going to create some basic products. In this tutorial, these will consist of basic stock products and a static PDF products. And these will be explained more later. So click on Catalog, Products, and then Product Management. The Product Management screen will show you a list of all products created on your currently active storefront. You can also create new products, edit your products, and delete products. So we're going to manually create these by clicking Add New on the top right-hand side. We're then going to type a name for the product. I'm just going to keep this nice and clear by naming it Stock Product. And then select the product type. Now in this case, we want Stock, which is automatically highlighted. So I can just go ahead and click Create. No further specification is required to create a basic stock product. We will be immediately taken to the product details screen where we can enter more information on our newly created product. The first thing I'm going to do is click on Show on Home Page. We have the ability to display the product directly on our storefront's home page. This is not a necessary step if you do not wish to have these featured products, but it will help us when experimenting with our storefront, giving easier access to this particular product. If you make any change on here, make sure you click either Save or Save and Continue Edit to confirm those changes. Next, we're going to go across a couple of tabs to Product Variants. You'll see that there's one entry in the table here, and we're just going to click on Edit. Now, each product has one product variant group of settings. The product variant settings control many of the technical elements of the product. In here, you'll find information to do with pricing, tax, shipping, weights, and more. Along with this, you can specify product attributes using this tab here. These are defining features of a product selection, things such as size or color or material, for example. Product attributes will not be covered in this tutorial, but is covered in greater detail elsewhere in the Infigo Academy. All we're going to do in here is to assign a basic price into, if we scroll down a little bit, the pricing field. And this will be the price per unit of this product. This is pricing in its most basic form, with the price per unit remaining fixed. I'm just going to enter a value in there, and then I'm going to click on Save and Continue Edit. Now we might want to take a look on the front end at how this product page is actually looking. We can immediately navigate to the front end if we're logged in as our storefront administrator and view this product by clicking the View Product Page button. That will open up a separate tab with that product page. So as we can see, it's an incredibly basic product page right now, but you can see that we do have the product name information that we've input, along with a specified price, and also we have the ability to add any quantity of this product to our basket. Returning to the admin area of Infigo, I'm now just going to click on Back to Product Details to return me to the product details screen. And what we're going to do now is actually, to make this a bit more appealing and draw in our customers a little bit, we're going to apply an image to this product. If I go a few tabs over to Pictures, I'm going to select an image using the Upload a File tool. And then I'm going to click on Add Product Picture. That picture is now applied to our product. We can add multiple pictures. We do need to be careful of the size of this imagery. It needs to suit your particular storefront. And this image will be visible in various places, such as on the product landing page, category pages where applicable, and as a featured product image on the home page, again, if that's applicable. So I'm just going to click on Save to confirm those changes and then return to product management. Let's now create a different type of product. I'm going to click on Add New again, input a different product name. In this case, I'm going to do Static PDF Product, just to be nice and clear. And then I'm going to select a product type of Static PDF. This type of product allows customers to purchase a non-customizable product where the PDF has already been provided. And we name this a static PDF product. As the administrator, you upload a PDF to associate with this product. Customers will be able to view this PDF on the storefront, and when they place an order, the PDF is used as the output file for use by your business. So I'm just going to go ahead and select a PDF to utilize on this product. And when that's uploaded, go ahead and click Create. So once again, we're taken to our product details page. I'm going to activate Show on Home page yet again. And same as with our previous product, I'm going to navigate to our product variant settings. Once again, I'm just going to enter a unit price in the price field and then click on Save. Okay, so we'll take a look at those products a little bit later on and actually go forward and use them. What we're going to do at the moment is start designing our storefront on the front end. So let's make some basic changes to our storefront front end, starting with the site header. We'll make sure that we can get straight to our two new products from the header of our storefront, and we'll get rid of some of the default entries that we don't need anymore. So what we're going to do is navigate to a new area in our Infigo admin called Editable Content. The easiest way to get to that is to use the search menu at the top. So if I start typing Editable Content and then click on the relevant entry. So the editable content area is where you'll find the ability to modify many of the areas of your site. There are a lot of elements that can be modified here, so it's recommended to familiarize yourself a little with this list. However, some of the more crucial elements seen on this page include the footer, the header, the homepage banner, and other homepage content. And we'll use some of these to work on our homepage. Locate the header section within here and click on Edit. Now this gives us our first look at constructing page layouts using content templates. These are versatile tools allowing us to curate beautiful pages without having to interact directly with the underlying HTML. Instead, the administrator will use building blocks as an approach to develop their content. The Infigo Academy contains many tutorials regarding content templates. Here, we're just going to focus on the absolute basics. So first of all, let's take a look at the default header. So the default header is already utilizing content templates, as we can see with the content template editor selection here, and it's utilizing the header content template, of which a few default variations are provided. Within here, you can see that we have a few building blocks, and then we have blocks nested within those blocks as well, making up a few menu items and corresponding submenus if applicable. We have full control over these entries, meaning that we can add to it, modify it, or delete it. If you prefer and have the skills to do so, you can skip the use of content templates completely, instead creating the site directly inputting HTML, and this is done using the code mirror editor. So we're going to expand one of our header drop-downs. This is the one which is related to products, and then we're going to select one of our product entries. Now, just to clarify how this appears on our actual storefront to begin with, I'm just going to click on Public Store. You can see what we have by default is a Home button. We have a Categories button, which has a few sample categories with non-functional links at the moment, and then the same with products. Now, what we're going to do is change a couple of these product links to match the products that we've just created, and then get rid of some of these extra sections that we don't specifically need. So let's start off by navigating to one of our header drop-down items. We found one associated with products, and then we've got 8 sample products associated with this. We can immediately delete 6 that we don't need, just by clicking on the cross button next to the relevant building block. And then we're just going to modify the details of the 2 remaining products. So I can click on product 1. I can rename that if I wish to do so, and this is the name that will appear in the header. And I then need to identify the URL associated with that item. So we can search through a lot of existing content on our storefront to find the correct URL for this particular link. Searchable items include all of your products, you've got categories, content pages, blog entries, and various other pieces, most of which we haven't actually covered as part of this brief tutorial. I'm just going to click on product link and then start searching for the name of my product, and you'll see that it gives me a summary information of the relevant products. Clicking on the item will automatically fill in the URL. I'm going to repeat that process with my second product. That's our 2 products input. I'm now going to navigate further up the building block list and get rid of the entries that I don't need, that we haven't got rid of already. So I have a section here to do with categories. Categories we're not going to cover in this brief tutorial, so I'm just going to get rid of that section completely. With those changes made, I'm just going to click on Save. You may find that you need to clear your cache on both the Infigo admin area, which is here, and on your main browser itself in order to immediately see those changes. And what we can see now is our header has been modified, so we still have the home icon, which I left in place, but we now have a drop-down list of products which contains direct links to the 2 products that we've created. Now we're going to take a look at the user experience and placing an order. So now we've created some products and made some basic changes to our storefront. Let's take a look at the experience this would give our end users. So we'll begin on the product landing page that we've just found ourselves on. All I'm going to do in this case, because it's a basic stock product, is to change the quantity that we want to order and then click on Add to Basket. We can see that that now takes its place in our basket. We've got a price per unit, a quantity, and a total. And we can amend this from within the basket screen if we wish to do so. I'm now going to click on Continue Shopping. This will return the user to the home page to continue choosing products. Now, we specified our next product as one of our featured products. So if I scroll down to the featured product section, we can see our static PDF product. I can click on that to take us to the product landing page. The default setting for a static PDF will show a preview of it on the product landing page. So I can take a flick through and have a look at that PDF. I can then input the quantity I want to purchase and say add to basket. Let's say that's everything we want in this particular order. So now, as the customer, we would go ahead and proceed through the checkout process. We'll first be taken to our address details. Now, because this is a brand new storefront and a brand new customer, we have no initial addresses available. However, we do have the ability to say add new. We can enter these details, and then these will be remembered for the next time this user checks out. Click on Continue, and we'll be taken to the delivery method or delivery options. Two delivery methods will exist by default, first class and second class. These can be amended or deleted at a platform level. Additional delivery methods can also be added. See the Infigo Academy for further details. Next, we'll be taken to the payment methods. So on a default storefront, purchase order is the only available payment method. Additional payment methods can be configured, and of course you can see the Infigo Academy for more details. So what I'm going to do here is to enter a PO number. Click Continue. Now, before we place the order, we get a summary of those order details. And then click Confirm to place the order. Once the order has been placed, the customer can either click on this button here to get additional details for that order. Alternatively, they can go straight to the My Account section and My Orders to see additional information and status updates on the orders that they've placed. Now we're going to take a look at managing our orders that have been placed from within the Infigo admin area. So click on the admin button on the top right hand side. This will take you from the front end of your site back to the admin view. Click on the shared print operations section over on the left hand side. This is your primary place for managing orders received through your Infigo storefront. We'll go ahead and click on static products. So what we'll find here is that separate tabs are present for different types of products. Orders are split into different order lines and jobs within shared print operations, meaning there may be several entries for a single order. What you'll also find by default is that orders for all storefronts are shown on shared print operations. You can, however, refine it down to show a single storefront. So we're going to locate the job that we've just placed, which we can see here, and click on the plus icon next to it to see some additional information. Now, there are loads of different pieces of data available on this job, including, amongst other things, status histories, so we can keep track of the job's progress throughout the system. You can see that on the bottom right. We've got address details of both shipping and billing addresses. We've got shipping details and much, much more. We've also got the ability to download the output. So for relevant product types, we're able to download the output file from within shared print operations. In our example products, we'll be able to obtain an output for the static PDF, as that's the only one that has any kind of output associated with it. If I click on download output, that will give me a copy of the output file. The current status of the job can also be changed within SPO. So if you want to use this system for maintaining progress through your factory, for example, once we've been shipped, you can change the status here, click change status, and then that will be updated. And that's it. So this concludes your Lightning build guide, giving you an introduction to using Infigo and discovering exactly what it has to offer. Now, we do have much more detailed tutorial series than this. What I would highly recommend next is to take a look at the slightly longer rapid build guide, which is about 8 tutorials spanning around about 2 hours.